Warning, the following program contains scenes of graphic stupidity between a man and some gays. Don't take anything I don't say too serious, I'm just messing around. This video should not be viewed by anyone.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Scum News, the show where we take a look at sneak peeks, upcoming features, items, and other thingy-majigs that are going to be added into the game. By now, we all know that planes are coming to the game, and we have seen a couple of sneak peeks when it comes to the planes. But alongside the planes, or closely related to planes, is of course skydiving or parachuting. And again, we have seen a couple of teasers when it comes to parachuting, and pretty much when we first spawn, we will spawn up in the air and we will be able to parachute down onto the island, or just kind of hit the ground hard if we decide not to open the parachute. Now, from what I know, the first time we're gonna spawn on the island, we're gonna be spawning up in the air, and then if we die and we kind of spawn on a sector and not on the shelter, we will again spawn up in the air. And that is exactly what we are going to take a look at today. We have a little bit of a clip of somebody diving headfirst onto the ground from the sky, which I really like. Just kind of hit the ground as hard as possible. Of course, if we open up our parachute, we will be able to control our descent and kind of guide ourselves to a town or in the woods or straight up to a bunker possibly. But I'm thinking that if we glide over to a bunker, that makes my shoot us out of the sky. Or we can just kind of dive down head first right into a mech, take them out. It's probably not gonna happen, but it should be fun to kind of try it out. And I know what you're thinking, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go head first into the ground, a mech, or just into the side of a building? Well, because the possibilities are just kind of endless. We can kind of jump scare somebody and just splatter right in front of them, or just straight up hit them, just lit them up with our own body and kind of take them out. Imagine somebody's just kind of taking a Manto Duke in the woods and we spot them and we just kind of land on them like, well, hello there, young man. Would you like some toilet paper? Should be very fun. Of course, this is a bit of a double-edged sword because we will also probably be able to get sniped right out of the sky. So, you know, it should be interesting to see how things are going to play out. Of course, the map is huge and chances of us seeing somebody or chances of somebody else seeing us are pretty low unless we go over to like a high point of interest. If we glide over next to a bunker or, you know, military point of interest like the boot camp or the train yard or whatever, then the chances are higher. But if you kind of glide around to a random town or in the woods, chances of somebody spotting us and sniping us out of the sky, or chances of us seeing somebody and kind of diving on them, you know, are pretty low. But it could happen, and I'm hoping that it will happen because it will make for some funny shenanigans pretty much. Now we also have a bit of a sneak peek at the garage interior. Now the first version of the vehicle vendors will just sell items to us, but later they will be able to provide us with different services like fixing up our cars, upgrading them or painting them, which is pretty darn cool if you're asking me. And we are going to conclude today's news with cooking. Now, not too long ago, we got a new feature closely related to cooking, and that is salting the meats, so they last a little bit longer. But check this out, a new cooking system is in the works. As per usual, the first version of the system will be basic, like with the metabolism, for example, and then they will of course expand on it as time goes on. And apparently cooking is going to have a bit of a mini game. It says here that it needs to be simple and intuitive, but also based on skill. Now I don't know how true this is, but that was the caption for this little clip. I for one wouldn't mind if there was no cooking minigame. Honestly, I could take it or leave it. And there we have it. That is about it for the news today. We haven't gotten too many sneak peeks the past week. We just got the Halloween update, so it makes sense that we've not gotten a lot of sneak peeks. We got some things, which is very nice, but this kind of makes me raise my eyebrow and say, are the outposts kind of around the corner? I sure hope so. I'm very excited to see the outposts in the game, and I will just leave it at that, and we'll be over here patiently waiting for the outposts, like you know, we've patiently waited for the Halloween update. But there we have it. That is about it for the news today. I hope everybody enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one with some more video games.